It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Titans and the Falcons, and it comes your way next.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5. Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too. Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Second and 15. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
First down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Wilson snags it left side. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
And this is something this defense is going to have to account for as this game goes on. He's a space player. They want to get him out in the open field and let him make his moves. So if you're going to stick with him, you've got to make sure you plaster him, as they like to say, on the defensive side of the ball. Otherwise, he'll burn you as he just did there.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game, just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. And some strong running. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here's the big man Dillon with it. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. This one caught by Ridley. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive ball.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So an early challenge, and you know that those coaches hate to use those red flags too early, but this one turns out to be successful. Extra point right down the middle. And we'll tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They are coming off the game last week, which was a very interesting game. And, Charles, ultimately it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things that at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. 7-7, our score after 1.
Let's go.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again to Henry. He can't get him down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is caught, and it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It'll will go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Harold Landry providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he may even buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And
Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo to Michel on the screen. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Fighting his way through contact. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Titans. Call that a 59-yard punt return. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Russell Gage, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point up and through. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, and it's the Vikings who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. From there, let's head to the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, to check in on the Broncos. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Matthew Stafford leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they did not have the same kind of success on the ground. They struggled to get the run game going to this point, as you see there. We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
They'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Garoppolo's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
On first down, Dillon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
On second and 12, Garoppolo. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A.J. Dillon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. They'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Richie Grant in on the tackle. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 99 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down, and he moves the chains and then some. As he shakes off that first contact, and as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds his man, complete. It's Person. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And he will have a Titans 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Back now here on EA Sports. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. They'll set up a throw, eluding the pressure right. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go, his first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
We can't have that.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Jordan Elliott in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. Looking deep downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down? Were they about 95% chance of winning?
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. Room here to run. 20. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game like they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Out for the PAT, here's Sloman.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Back to throw here.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by 7, 2:07 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Garoppolo now.
Connecting with Michelle.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now, first down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.